All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome to my kitchen. We're gonna do a little quick and easy Japanese curry. So, I imagine y'all didn't want to watch me chop up a bunch of vegetables, but what we got here, we got potatoes, carrots, onions, and poblano peppers, all roughly chopped. I like to use poblanos in lieu of bell peppers. I think they taste better, and they are a little cheaper where I live here in Texas, so I like to use those. And yeah, so what we'll do with this is we're gonna boil it in some water, and I should probably not use that. Well, let's see. Will it fit? Yeah. Always mise en place. I used to work in kitchens for too many years, but I'll boil it in just a saute pan. It's big enough. And I think I'm off screen. I'm filling it up with water from the fridge because the water in my hood is super hard and it's not very good for cooking. But yeah, I'll do this real quick, and then you're gonna boil all this until the potatoes and carrots are soft. And then from there, I will show you the Japanese curry magic. And again, it's quick and easy. This is not going to be from scratch. And some of you may know, so I'll take a little break from this. We can come back to this. I'll just get this going. You can boil it pretty hard to start, and then once it starts boiling, just bring it down to a simmer. What I use are these little Japanese. They're like kind of like stock cubes, but just for curry. So we'll get this popping. I'll add more water later. Let's see where I put them. These things. Golden curry. S&B golden curry. And yeah, it's basically just like a stock cube that once this is all boiled and soft, you just add these and it'll yeah, make a nice little Japanese curry. It's got flour in it, so it thickens up pretty nice. This one is medium hot. When it comes to Japanese food, the hot labels don't matter. Like, Japanese food or Japanese people are not known for eating spicy food. So if you like spicy food, Mexican food or whatever, this is nothing. I usually get the extra hot and it's got a nice little tingle to it, but nothing crazy. Yeah, so we'll do that, and then the final ingredient will be sorry, let's just get the last of this water in. The final ingredient will be tofu as your main protein, I guess. I do not eat meat, so that's out of the question. And let's see. Got this from Kroger, Simple Truth, extra firm. Yeah, and for all the tofu haters out there, this stuff is dirt cheap. Like, I paid like $1.50 for this package, and it's a pound of firm tofu. Tofu's really good for you. Don't believe the haters with all the whatever, all that soy boy shit or whatever those losers talk about. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that in once it's all done, once the curry's all ready. And yeah, because if you don't really want to boil tofu, it's just gonna get all soggy and fall apart and shit. So yeah, while we boil this, not a whole lot is new in the world. I'm still doing the guitar videos, still playing in the band. Any vocalists out there in Houston, man, holler at me, dude. We need you. At this point, we'll take anything. We'll take amateurs, karaoke singers. I mean, shit, man. We'll work with whoever. But we do need a professional. You got to show up. You got to pay your fair share of rent. And yeah, so that's that. Started going to the gym again. Starting to lift weights again. I need to put on some weight, put on some muscle, fill out these tank tops. I can never get these right. Like how much it says. A pound of beef, chicken, lamb, shrimp. Again, I'm doing tofu. Onions, 13 ounces. Carrots, 3.5. Potatoes, 5 ounces. I'm not measuring this shit. I just eyeball it. And then, just to taste, I guess maybe like a box and a half of this stuff. But I really like this stuff. It's good. I cook it all in bulk. You know, it's like 5 different vegetables. And then you can keep it in the fridge and just eat it. I'll fire up some rice here in a second. And yeah, so this stuff, let's see, wheat flour, vegetable oil, salt, sugar, curry powder, MSG, pepper, chili pepper, garlic. Yeah, made in Japan. It's good stuff, man. I found this at Kroger. There are these Japanese stores. You might not have them in your area. They're called Daiso, I think. But they sell these. They have all the varieties. Kroger only had this one. And yeah, so it's pretty good. I like Japanese curry. And yeah, from here, so this is going to boil for a little while. Let's get it cranked up. With the tofu, you want to drain it, obviously. And I mean, because it's going in a stew, it doesn't have to be like bone dry. And yeah, that's that. This is my kitchen. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but I live in a townhouse, so not a whole lot of space for an extended kitchen. I'll let this go for a little while longer. And yeah, I'll get back to you when it's closer to being done. Alright class, we are back. Got the vegetables boiling. Shouldn't take too long. The cook time depends on how big you cut your chunks. I like to have sort of like bite-sized, like little Starburst-sized chunks, just so it's, you know, you're not like gnawing on a piece of potato or poblano or whatever. So yeah, while this cooks, let's talk. I really like this dish because it's easy and there's not a lot of cleanup. Just chop all your shit, put it in a bowl, throw it in the pan, and then just boil it until it's ready. There's no real time limit, just the old fork test, just to see where things are at. This will need maybe another 5-10 minutes. But yeah, very easy. Very just do your mise en place. For those who are not familiar with the cooking terminology, so you hear a lot of French in cooking terminology because French cuisine is kind of like the gold standard, or was the gold standard anyways. And all that means is just have all your shit ready to go. So everything chopped up, everything prepared. That way you're not, it's not a big deal when you're at home, but like when you're working in a professional kitchen, so you're not running all around the place, you know, you can keep track of cook times, of temperatures and stuff. So it's always good to be just prepared, have everything out ready to go. And that way too, so in a professional kitchen you'll have a dishwasher. Because I live by myself, I am the cook and the dishwasher. Well, oftentimes in a kitchen you'll be dishwasher too because people call out and shit. But yeah, so while this is cooking, boiling, wash your cutting board, wash your knife, wash your bowls, whatever you had going. And now I will get the tofu ready. So again, organic, extra firm. I think the whole protein craze is weird, but 9 grams of protein per serving, whatever. It's a good replacement, good cheap replacement for meat now that beef and chicken and shit has gotten so expensive. So yeah, I'll cut this open, just drain all the juice and shit. And I'm not very good at getting it out of the package without like destroying it, so I'll try to do that correctly. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. And again, this will go in at the end. You don't really want to boil tofu. It's going to kind of make it all, it's going to ruin the texture. But yeah, my background in cooking, I never really intended on being a cook. So let's see. It wasn't too, I think I was like 23, so not too long out of college. But I lost my job, and I was in desperate need of just income, of a job. So started out as a dishwasher at a catering company, and that sucked. But I feel like everybody should have like a really shitty menial. It's not menial. Everyone should have like a really shitty, rough, like blue collar job at some point, so you really can appreciate hard work and the value of a dollar. And yeah, so that was miserable. I went from there to a pizzeria, which was a lot of fun. I was a cook and a delivery driver, and that was one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. And I would probably still do it part-time if it didn't put all the wear and tear on your vehicle. If I could have like a company vehicle to do it, that would be cool. From there, went to an Italian cafe slash bakery, so a bunch of baked goods, sandwiches, soups, that kind of stuff. That job kind of sucked. They made us wear this uniform, like kind of like a clown uniform, for lack of better terms. You had to wear like a beret and shit. It was kind of silly, but did that, and then moved on to a Cajun restaurant, which was a lot of fun. That one, so all your Cajun foods, red beans and rice, jambalaya, gator, shrimp, crawfish. What else did we do? Just all your Cajun foods. So for those who are not familiar, the non-Americans, the Cajuns are like a ethnic group, cultural group from Louisiana. And so Cajun food is very popular in the Gulf Coast region, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. And again, all those foods I listed. We have alligator farms, which is pretty funny. Alligator is definitely worth trying if you've never had it. It's very, we only ever had farm-raised gator, so it's a different taste. Wild gator is going to have more of that gaminess, like that wild animal taste. But good stuff. I worked in kitchens until, actually I take that back, after the Cajun restaurant, went to work at a Tex-Mex restaurant, Cajun taqueria, and that was cool. That was fun. That job sucked in particular because I was a prep cook, so I had to cook all the meats and stuff, and it was an open flame grill, and the way that worked was it was like the grill was like this big, and we would crank it up because you're trying to get a good sear on the meat, right? And the flames would be coming like 6 to 8 inches off the grill, and the wall was like right here. So you're standing there with a grill that hot, and in Texas where it gets up to 95, 100 in the summer, the AC can't keep up. So you're wearing your uniform, you're wearing your apron, and you are melting back there, dude. You are fucking dying back there. And yeah, but you do what you gotta do to make a living. So yeah, we got this going. I might put in the little sauce packets a little early, just so I don't overcook. Yeah, this is coming together well. So I'll show you what the goodies look like, and give me 5 seconds, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm going to keep the fan off. I don't want to do that. Sorry, we got like construction workers out front. Yeah, it's the first cooking video, so I'm going to definitely improve these if I decide to continue doing them. That's what it looks like. It's just like, what do they call it? Like the Nor cubes, like the dry stock cubes. But cut this open. That's what it looks like. It's basically what you would expect. It's just like brown Japanese curry in a dried cube. What I like to do is to break it up into small pieces, just so it dissolves quicker. You don't have to wait as long. And we'll see. I'll put one cube in first. We'll see if that's enough. I might have put too many vegetables in, so I might use the other one. So we'll get this in, and we'll turn this down to a simmer. And I can smell it already. It smells very good. And let's see. So I'll come back to this in a second. I'm going to put some water in here to get the rest of it out. Maybe not. So yeah. So that's going. It's funny now that I think about it. One of my biggest pet peeves in the kitchen is a dull knife. I fucking hate dull knives. Let's see where it's. I got a whole like wooden block set with like 8 different knives from a estate sale. It's good knives, sharp knife. Might sound silly to some people, but a sharp knife is a safe knife. If you're working with dull knives, you're more inclined to try to, you know, force your way through whatever you're cutting, and that's when knives slip and you cut yourself. And you don't want to have cut hands when you use them for, you know, 10-hour shifts. So yeah, so that, get the old wooden spatula. And yeah, this stuff takes a second to come together. There's wheat in it. There's wheat flour, which will thicken it up nicely. And yeah, you kind of just gotta let it do its thing. You can stir it, but it just takes a second for the stuff to break down. And you don't have to add any extra water. So you just, whatever vegetables you have, just cover it with water, boil it, and then the packet goes in. You don't got to add extra water. You don't got to take water out or anything like that. And yeah, so let's cook. Stinky's here, my assistant chef. And yeah, so this one, you can add salt now. I usually wait to the end of the cooking process to add salt, because you can always add more salt, but you can't take salt out. So if your food's salty, you're kind of shit out of luck. I'm a pepper freak. I really like black pepper, so I'll probably put some of that in. Nothing else I can think of. You could probably put some hot sauce in it. I don't know how well that would work with Japanese curry. If you haven't tried it, the habanero Tabasco is the best hot sauce on the market, in my opinion. Perfect balance of heat and flavor. It's got a nice like fruitiness to it. So yeah, this is coming together nicely. I think I might get away with just 1 cube this time. And it's just a good hearty dish, you know, like it's got potatoes, carrots, poblanos, onions, and then I'll put the tofu in at the end, and that'll be it. And then obviously just make some rice in the rice cooker and serve it on top. And this will probably last me like a good 2-3 days. I don't eat a whole lot of food. I really need to eat more, but just put it in your little Tupperware. Sometimes when I'm lazy, I'll just throw the whole pan in the fridge and just do it that way. And yeah, it's good stuff, man. I highly recommend it. Again, I got it at Kroger in the the international aisle, and it's bomb. My mom put me onto this stuff just because it's such an easy dish. I like to cook in quantity, just because who wants to cook every day and wash dishes and shit every day? Fun fact, since I bought this place, I have not used my dishwasher once. I have gone straight blue collar cook, wash dishes as you go. You got the little drying mat right there, and it's yeah, it's easier. So I'll take this off to show y'all. Gets that nice, and it'll thicken up even more. See if y'all can see that without me spilling this shit everywhere. maybe I can bring the camera over here. See if I can do this without fucking everything up. So that's what that looks like. And yeah, it'll thicken up with the flour and what have you, and I'll reduce it some more so it gets nice and thick and curry-like. Start preparing the tofu. I actually have my laptop on my trash can, so I can't use it at the moment, but I'll throw all this shit out. And then again, same thing with the tofu, with the vegetables, just cut it into like little bite-sized cubes, just so you're not like getting a mouthful of whatever at the same time. And I'll see how much I should put in here. But again, tofu is very good. It's good meat replacement, very cheap. And the way you gotta do it, it's not like a meat replacement, like you don't throw it on the grill, although I guess you could. It goes very good in sauces, so it absorbs whatever you cook it in. And I usually use it in Asian dishes. I don't like to like bastardize American dishes with tofu. It just doesn't really work out. Tofu has been used in Asia for, you know, centuries, so it works well in those cuisines. We will pop this out. I'm going to do it over the sink, so no juices. So a nice block of extra firm tofu. There's different varieties. You have your soft, your silky, your smooth, or whatever they call it. Stir this a bit more. Yeah. Coming together. Still waiting for all of it to dissolve. Other thing, always taste while cooking. Learned that in the restaurant. You don't ever send out food without tasting it first. Let's see. Carrots are a little harder than potatoes. Yeah, that's good. It's a good amount of seasoning. I'll let this reduce a little bit more. And it's kind of just like it's just home cooking, you know, you kind of just eyeball shit. And I'm going to try to time this correctly. Throw the tofu in at the right time so that everything is nice and cooked and meshed together by the time the potatoes and carrots are done. I'll get the rice started. I just got the basic rice cooker, your Aldi rice. I don't really think rice brands really matter that much. I'll probably make just 1 cup. I don't really like leftover rice. It doesn't taste very good. So again, if you're not good with recipes, remembering measurements and stuff, 1 cup of rice to about cup and a half of water. So we'll get this started. And luckily for me, I mean, I know how to cook rice, but this thing has the water levels on it for you. I like to give it some people wash their rice. I don't really care. Just want to stir it around a bit so it doesn't stick to the bottom. So we'll get this popping. So we got the rice going. I like to use like the Gordon Ramsay cooking terms. I think he's awesome. Love Gordon. Rice down. And yeah, y'all can see this. It's thickening up nice. Again, I'll reduce this a bit just to get a nice thicker consistency. And it'll be good, man. It'll be good. I really enjoy making this. I'm trying to think what other recipes I'll hit you with. I make a mean pasta sauce from scratch. What else do I cook? I like to make salads. I like caprese a lot. Very easy, very simple. Make my own little dressing, little balsamic dressing. And yeah, so I don't think we need this one. Put this in here. I don't know if I've shown you all these. We got the Pantera beers that I will not drink. These are for antiquity. Tostitos Salsa Verde. For any of the chip people out there, one of the best chips on the market. Bomb as fuck. Little shout out to Steel Cracker. I'll crack open a beer a little later after I've eaten, but while we wait, we hydrate, drink some water. I forgot to turn off the fucking dryer, dude. Y'all been listening to that the whole time? I promise the next cooking video will be better, more professional, maybe some better angles. I gotta replace the fridge filter for the water. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, man. Like, again, all the dishes you have to wash, whatever bowl you put all your chopped vegetables in, cutting board, knife, spatula, and yeah, it's coming together nicely. It's getting a little thicker, reducing nicely. Very easy meal, very nutritious. One thing I've been trying to do, I'm pretty good about it. I think I mentioned it before, I'm vegetarian, whatever, I'm not a preacher about it. But trying to eat just more like raw foods, or I mean, from raw foods and not prepackaged foods. As y'all may know, bowel cancer rates are going up. I believe that's partially due to all the processed shit we poison ourselves with. So, just making stuff from scratch, just vegetables, tofu, rice, shit like that. If you're of the age of colonoscopies, I recommend you get that done. There's no need to die from preventable disease. I was having stomach issues for a while, so I got mine done like last year, 2 years ago. Clean bill of health, thank God. I think it was just psychosomatic. So yeah, I'll bring the camera over here again. You can see this is looking good. Again, not quite as thick as I like it. I'll probably toss the tofu in about now so it can soak up some of that stuff. Let's see. I don't know how well the color is coming. It's a nice brown color. I don't know what it looks like on the camera. And what I hate about this kitchen, besides, I don't hate it. I mean, it's my kitchen, but I wish I had gas burners. I live in Houston, man, like the oil and gas capital of the world, and I don't have gas in my house. So if I ever win the lottery of getting gas lines installed and getting a gas heater. So yeah, we'll just chop up this tofu one time. And, well, hold on, I'll put this in here. And let's see if I can get some nice chunks. I don't eat tofu very often. I'll be honest, it's not like my favorite food, but it's a nice addition to like Asian food when you're making it. Best way I've heard it, if you're vegetarian, vegan, whatever the case may be, eat a varied, colorful diet. So with this, I got like 3 or 4 different colors in the pot, in the pan. And then yeah, your tofu, little bite-sized pieces like this. I don't know, Starburst, a little bigger than the Starburst. So we'll throw all this in. And it smells great in my kitchen right now. And I think that's enough for it. It's cool. Kroger, they sell these. It's 2 packages connected, and you can just split it in half, so you don't have a whole open container of whatever shit in your fridge. But very good. This is like one of those dishes. If you're cleaning out the fridge, whatever vegetables you got, whatever you're trying to get rid of, you can, use this stuff. Yeah, it's getting to that consistency. I'm gonna try to get all these bits of tofu covered. And then yeah, the other thing, I'm gonna be doing a more of like a beer eulogy, if you will. So this beer, Blood and Honey, it's by Revolver Brewing. They stopped brewing it, or they stopped canning it. I don't know. They might still have it at their tap room. Very good. Very good beer. 7%, and it's not an IPA. I really like stronger non-IPA beers. I feel like that should become more of a trend. But Blood and Honey, it's made with blood orange and honey, as the name suggests. So I'll do that. And yeah, let me get one of these potatoes, carrots. Very good, very good. And again, this is the medium hot package. This is mild. There's no spice to this, which is fine. It's already flavorful on its own. But yeah, my recommendation to all the young cats out there, man, learn how to cook. It really is a valuable skill. I learned how to cook just hanging around my mother in the kitchen, and then working in kitchens, obviously, but it's just good to know how to do. Again, you don't want to eat too much processed, like prepackaged food. It's just not very good for you. And in terms of dating, it's a good look if a man knows how to cook and clean and do all those things. All those traditionally feminine tasks. They say, the way to a woman's heart is through food and laughter. So if you can work on those 2 things, you should be golden. Don't listen to those weirdos online who tell you to be abusive or be a dick or whatever. There are a lot simpler ways about it. And so yeah, we're getting close to the finished product here. I might even just turn this off and let it sit for a little while. Let everything soak up. I do like my potatoes and carrots with still a little bit of bite to it. Mushy vegetables are kind of... So let's see what the finished product looks like. Yeah, it's money. And it's not quite as thick as I like it. So let it thicken up, let the flour do its work. Yeah, should be pretty cool, man. Baseball season starting up. We got baseball in 2 days, so I'm super psyched for that. And yeah, life is good, man. With all the crazy shit going on in the world, it's hanging in there, man. Back in the gym, cooking good food. A lot of good music, a lot of good new music coming out, so that's cool. And yeah, staying on track, man. I don't really know what else there is to show y'all. I think it's pretty much done here. Actually, let me taste the broth or the sauce. Let's see if I need some salt in there. Again, wait until the end to put salt in. Well, for certain things, if you're cooking pasta, obviously salt the water, but you can't take salt out, but you can add it. Again, always taste your food while cooking. Salt. It's good. It's got a good salt level. I think, again, as it reduces, it'll build up. At this point, you could turn it down to a low simmer. I'm not going to cover it because I'm trying to reduce it a little bit more. But yeah, that's it. That is your simple, relatively simple, quick and easy Japanese curry. Very hearty, lots of vegetables. If you do eat meat, you can put whatever, beef, chicken, shrimp in it. I put tofu in mine. And yeah, we got the rice cooker going. And that's about it. We will eat, pop open a beer, maybe watch some baseball, some spring training. And yeah, until the next cooking video. Y'all take care, man. Much love.